Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Sends it back in motion. Wants to throw. It's Bailey. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense wasn't so. And they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Stanford quickly to the line. Motion from the back. Third down play from the gun. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They're getting to the line quickly and staying out there on 4th down. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances. And you tell your team about it all week. And you come out, you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Just going to keep it after the snap. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel it for a whole length of the game.
The Bulldogs with the 1st and 10. Here's Lagway to pass. Got his man. Here's a little room there. Touchdown, Dogs! Oh, that movie in and strolled into the end zone for the score. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
The Cardinal offense takes the field ready to attack. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David. There he goes. What a play all the way inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 29.
Yeah, it was explosive, but shoot, Reese could have run through that hole. I mean, it was wide open. He didn't have to break anybody's ankles. He didn't have to run through tackles. I mean, just great blocking up front and horrible defense.
Got enough for the first. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
And that's the 2nd time today, man. Like, you see, it looks like he's going in fast forward. He's got some jets, man. This guy can really move. This offense does such a nice job of finding creative ways to get him the football. And we've already seen it today. A couple of explosive plays, and they're going to continue to feature this young man.
a short pass to put the 6 on the board. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he puts through the extra point. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Throwing, Lagway. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. Calls his own number. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Marsh. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Looking for a crease. It's Jackson. Breaks into the open. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
It's a good-looking run. And I'll say this. I know Georgia's always been known to run the football. They always want to be really physical, but it starts up front. They always seem to have great units on the offensive line. Guys that communicate and guys that get pushed. They've put many running backs into the NFL, but it's because of these big old hog mollies up front.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. Break. Bingo. Bingo. Like 18. Like 18. Lagway. Finds his big tight end. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Back to throw, it's Bailey. Unloads to the wideout. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down.
All right, drops are a part of football. It's a part of offense. What's really important for this quarterback now is to come back to the receiver even after dropping that ball to show him that you still got confidence in him. You know it's a long game.
Gonna run it. It's Fletcher. Maybe some room here. Picks up the first down. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Wants to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Thomas.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Wants to fire on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Thomas. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. They get a nice pickup on this crossing route against the zone, and everybody executed in unison, Jesse.
Yeah, and Reese, this offense, they've got a plan in the passing game. They've got some stuff ready for man coverage, and they've got some zone beaters as well.
Oh, he's got some space. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Stanford!
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen. You saw it right there.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Takes the handoff. It's Jackson. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 after the 29.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. They'll line up for a second down play. Flagway wants to throw. With the catch, it's Clark. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. They'll run it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for that.
Flips it out of the air. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
And that's a really good throw by this QB. And seeing the crossing routes, putting it on his chest so he can keep running across the field, get those yards after the catch. Nice job being on the same page with QB and receiver.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a run.
Here's Lagway to pass. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete. He had right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Fires to the big fella. The Bulldogs using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Lagway will try to get it from the gun on 3rd down. Throws toward the end zone. Incomplete. He was looking for the score there.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football, and you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
Not a chance. Missed it. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Corner's going to give them room. Throws to the tight end. Pulls it in. It's Johnson. It's a fumble on the play. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Snags it, and there's running room. And he breaks it back. Can you believe this? The final play of the first half. What a disaster. I want to get the offensive coordinator fired at halftime.
And just when you thought this half was going to end ho-hum, the offense coughs it up, and the defense is able to not only recover the fumble, but they take it back for a touchdown. They steal more points before heading in at halftime.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Snagged in the middle. It's Clark. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown ball. Once he got some room, it was over.
How about the aggressive play call backed up near your own end zone? Your quarterback drops back in the end zone. If he gets tackled, it's a safety, but it pays off. The defense is a little too aggressive, takes the big shot down the field, and he walks in for a 98-yard touchdown pass.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Stanford's offense heads out, hoping to move the ball on this drive. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Unloads it left. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They've got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Throws for the tight end. Got his man to the left. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Stanford wants to push the pace.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Looking downfield on first down. Pulls it in. It's Thomas. And he goes out of bounds, but finally this passing game gets something going here as they try to rally.
And, man, I want to see more of that. Like, I want to see more of this offense being aggressive, taking shots, shots on early downs. It doesn't have to be run, pass. Like, being a little bit more diverse. They've struggled today to find big plays. That's a big one there.
He wants to throw it again. Catch in the middle. It's Thomas. Turning it on. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. They'll send the back in motion. zone looking for a receiver. And it's caught! Touchdown, Cardinal!
And this is the part of the field where you gotta love to have the big tight ends. These guys are used all over the field now. Find those mismatches, Palmer. Nice throw, nice catch.
Man, I remember a time when tight ends were good for 5-yard out routes and blocking. How nice is it to have a guy with this guy's size and speed to stretch the field vertically, get into the end zone quickly, and be a great target for you? That's every quarterback's dream.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Quarterback will keep it. He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds.
You know, this offensive line, they've just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give them a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
He rifles one deep to the left. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
On the ground, it's Fletcher. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. And boy, that has been rare in this one. Stanford quickly to the line.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Finds his man. It's Johnson. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Back to pass. It's Bailey. He just got rid of the football. Not sure what he was doing, and they're going to get him for grounding. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And so after that play got sideways, the intentional grounding brings up 2nd and long. Handoff to the single running back. Turns it on in midfield. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
How nice is it as a play caller when you've got a running back as good as this guy, right? I mean, you can just dial up conservative run calls. Nothing has to be too tricky, too fancy. You just know he's going to go make good things happen. Even when it's not blocked properly, he is still finding ways to rip off long runs. This guy now has over 150 yards rushing in the game. Doesn't look like he's slowing down, guys.
I think you will find a ton of quarterbacks that feel just like this guy does. 50-50 balls equals 70-30 balls for me. I'm going to throw it up, let my guy try to make a play. The defense won that battle, but those are battles that I choose to fight.
He snuffed out behind the line again, went right back to the well and got the same bad result. Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's cut. They'll lead the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the 1st. On 4th down, looking to pass. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete! And that'll be a turnover on downs.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for the pass. They forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
be changing the route. Throwing, Lagway. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this third period with a big play. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3.
And how about this offense, man? Being able to succeed, still winning without their bell cow, without their star being their star. This offense has not had a great game on the ground, but they're still in the lead.
Right back to it. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
And if you'd have told this defense that they stuffed this great running back today, they'd have taken it. They'd have been happy, but the offense has still put up production, and they're still in the lead, trying to find a way to finish this one off.
Oh, he dropped the football. He had it right in the middle of the field and just ran before he finished the catch. It'll be 4th down.
After that incompletion on 3rd and short, it's going to be an interesting decision for the head coach because I know he believes in his guys to go get it here on 4th down and pad the lead. But if you kick a field goal, you make it a 2-possession game here in the second half, and I think that's the right decision.
Lagway to throw for it on 4th.
They absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th.
He's got it for a big play. Across midfield, down to the 41-yard line is a huge play as this offense rolling.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best player.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
Scanning the field, it's Bailey. Fires toward the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. Wants to keep it in the air. Unloads to the wideout. It's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They bring him down, but not only does he recover the fumble, he gets the 1st down. Timeout call by the Bulldogs. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Using his feet. Across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together. Running game worked on 1st down. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. Making side adjustments here. Lagway. Here's the pressure. No we're close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Third down from the gun, DJ Lagway. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on third down.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Fourth down, Lagway. He's going to take a shot. And it's batted away, and the fourth down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they went for it, but when you're up by a couple scores, I think you're just kind of free and like, hey, let's keep scoring points. Let's keep the offense out there. Let's keep the accelerator on, and I guess, hey, who cares? We're not going to lose anyways.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. The give to the single back. There he goes. Delivers the stiff arm. Touchdown, Stanford. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
Looking to pass. It's Bailey. Here comes the heat. And it's a sack.
And the quarterback just could not find anybody open. And you could tell he was trying to make something happen, but couldn't find anybody in the end zone, held onto the football, and takes the sack.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting to drive from their own 1. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Timeout is called by the Cardinals. That's their first. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. Short completion on first down, and here they are with 2nd and 8. Lagway wants to throw. Quarterback moving. He's going to take off. Nice run there. Picks up a few. They'll force him out of bounds.
You know, I think in this situation of the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over myself with my legs. We're in the fourth quarter. We've got an opportunity, one possession down, to get back in this thing. I just got to do whatever I got to do to make that happen.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Now Stanford is going to call a timeout. That's their second. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Quarterback making adjustments. To throw, it's Lagway. Shoots it to the left. Got the tight end outside. Flying down the left side. He's at the 40. The 20. Inside the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's Thomas. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field.
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long. And here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand.